Peace be with you, brothers and sisters in Christ. Welcome to this series of Lenten meditations drawn from the writings of St. Thomas Aquinas and his work, Meditations for Lent. Let's read the meditation for today from St. Aquinas. The burial of Christ. She hath wrought a good work upon me. She, in pouring ointment upon me, hath done it for my burial. It was right that Christ should be buried. 1. It proved that he had really died. No one is placed in a grave unless he is undeniably dead. And, as we read in St. Mark, Pilate, before he gave leave for Christ to be buried, made careful enquiry to assure himself that Christ was dead. 2. The very fact that Christ rose again from the grave gives a hope of rising again through him to all others who lie in their graves. As it says in the Gospel, all that are in the grave shall hear the voice of the Son of God, and they that hear shall live. 3. It was an example for those who by the death of Christ are spiritually dead to sin, for those, that is, who are hidden away from the turmoil of human affairs. So St. Paul says, "You are dead, and your life is hid with the Christ in God." So, too, those who are baptized, since by the death of Christ they died to sin, are as it were buried with Christ in their immersion. As St. Paul again says, "We are buried together with Christ by baptism unto death." As the death of Christ efficiently wrought our salvation, so too is his burial effective for us. St. Jerome, for example, says, "By the burial of Christ we all rise again." And explaining the words of Isaiah, "He shall give the ungodly for his burial." The gloss says, "This means he shall give to God and the Father the nations lacking in filial devotion, for through his death and burial he has obtained possession of them." The Psalm says, "I am become as man without help, free among the dead." Christ, by being buried, showed himself free among the dead indeed, for his being enclosed in the tomb was not allowed to hinder his coming forth in the resurrection. Okay, that is the writing for today. Let's cover some reflections. Today's meditation invites us to reflect on our own mortality. Given our finite human condition, the grave awaits each and every one of us. Yet this reality need not fill us with fear or despair. As St. Aquinas teaches, through baptism we have already died, in a profound sense, to sin. We have been buried with Christ. We are with him in God, and set free from the restless turmoil of worldly affairs. By remaining rooted in Christ through faith, we learn to place the fleeting concerns of this life in their proper place, subordinate to what is eternal. Just as Christ raised Lazarus from the tomb as easily as waking a man from sleep, he has conquered death itself by rising from his own grave. Through that victory, he now offers us the sure hope of our own resurrection of the body when the time comes for us to enter our own graves. In Christ, death is not the end, but the doorway to life everlasting. Peace be with you. See you tomorrow for the next meditation.